guys, good morning, good afternoon, wherever in the world you might find yourself watching. Welcome to Frankie Talks Rugby. Today we will be having a look at the All Black squad for the 2019 Rugby World Cup. New Zealand head coach Steve Hansen has announced his squad earlier today. So yes, without any further ado, let's just have a look at the players and just a word on each player, and yeah, let's see. Okay, we start with the hookers: Dane Coles, Liam Coltman, Cody Taylor. I would suppose Dane Coles is the number one choice there. You know, just a great player. Always plays with his heart on his sleeve, and you could see that last weekend when he nearly threw the guy into the stands, or the other weekend against Australia. So he's also had his fair share of injuries in the last year or two, if I'm not mistaken, and but he's come back really strong and is showing that Dane Coles of old again. You know, brilliant player on the outside, good feet, good linking player, and always finds himself out on the wing. So yeah, great guy to have around. Then we've got Cody Taylor from the Crusaders. Cody Taylor for me is solid as a rock. Never really plays a bad game. Always consistent, if not better. So yeah, definitely for me, I'd say probably my second choice there. Liam Coltman, not that experienced with All Black caps, but you know, just a true workhorse and real stalwart of New Zealand rugby, so very happy for him, for his inclusion. I'm sure he's very happy, so congratulations to Liam Coltman. We go over to the props. So guys, please excuse me for if my pronunciation is not right. I've got some New Zealand friends here around, and I'm going to ask them to help me to get the pronunciation right. So please excuse me, my apologies. Nipo Laulala, Chiefs man. You know, tell you the truth, I don't know too much about the dark arts of the forward play, so I'm not going to talk too much about something I don't know. Joe Moody, Crusaders, yeah, been around a long time. Atumoli, another Chiefs man. Angus Tahavau, another Chiefs man. And then we've got Ofa Tu'uangafasi from the Blues. Yeah, solid. New Zealand always got a good scrum, always got a good front row, good props. And one guy missing, Owen Franks. So I just think Franks is not at the same intensity as he used to be, you know. So I don't know. Locks, Scott Barrett, Crusaders, Brody Retallick, Chiefs, Patrick Tuipalotu, Blues, Sam Whitelock, Crusaders. Okay, Scotty Barrett, yeah, really come into his own this last year or two at the Crusaders, and we're playing some great rugby, good in the line out. He got that other card against Australia, but yeah. Okay, we're not going to get into that side of things, but Scott Barrett, yeah, definitely take him along. Brody Retallick, a big Brody, great player. Currently he's, I think, not had as much game time as the All Blacks management probably would have liked, but very important player, and come, you know, the playoff stages in a playoff match, to have a guy of his caliber, stature involved in the team would just bode well for everybody. Excuse me. Sammy Whitelock, Crusaders, what can you say? Another big leadership figure within the All Blacks group, in that core leadership group. Crusaders captain. He's, if I'm not mistaken, he's led them now to 3 Super Rugby titles, 3 consecutive ones. And yeah, you got to take a winner like that with you, and also a lot of experience in the All Black camp. So Sam Whitelock, no surprise there. Patrick Tuipalotu, For me personally, it's my opinion, you know, he's a really big unit, but not that mobile. And I just think the way the game is going, you can even see it with the South Africans, you know, they're trying to be more mobile, throw that big weight around a bit more. So I suppose with the pitches going to be quite fast and not that heavy, and Palotu is probably number 4 choice. I would like to see how much game time he gets. Maybe you play him when you, I don't know, play a bigger pack or something. You don't need that mobility as much. I don't know. Flankers, loose forwards. So Sam Cane, Luke Jacobson, Adi Salvia, Matt Todd. Kevin Reid, 8th man, the specialist there. Sammy Cane, Chiefs. Sam Cane had that big neck injury, quite serious injury. It's never good to have that, but we're very happy to see that Sammy's back and playing well. They gave him some game time at the Chiefs, you know, slowly brought him back. Didn't rush him in. For me, he's just not there yet where we know he can play and his capabilities, but I mean, who knows, maybe he picks at the World Cup, and he's that type of guy that, you know, steps up at the big moments. So Sam Cane, well done. Luke Jacobson, another guy I don't really know that much of. Definitely watch him a bit more from now on, but also, yeah, not very experienced guy, pretty much a new guy. And like I said, I didn't really watch him this year in Super Rugby all that much, but I think that he must be very happy. Okay, well done, mate. And Adi Salvia, just an absolute machine from the Hurricanes. He is like a hurricane. Maybe we should call him the Hurricane, because he just goes to the contact point. He's always making meters, always puts you on the front foot. He never, I don't think I've ever seen Adi Salvia, you know, being dominated in tackle and tackle backwards, maybe by 2 guys or 3 guys at the same time, but not one-on-one. So Adi Salvia, champion, got to take the Hurricane to Japan, you know, or they'll be the typhoon. So Mr. Matt Todd, Crusaders. Matt Todd, yeah, just another stalwart of New Zealand rugby. He's been around for ages and finally getting the credit he deserves, I'd say, for his consistency. So well done to Matt Todd as well, but he'll be very happy. Scrum halves, New Zealand's gone with 3 scrum halves as well. So Mr. TJ Perenara from the Hurricanes, Aaron Smith from the Highlanders, and Brad Weber from the Chiefs. All 3 of them, Brad Weber, slightly less experienced guy from the 3, but you know, he's been really knocking on the door this year in Super Rugby. He's been playing really well, so happy that he's there. TJ Perenara, we know what TJ brings. For me, I think especially this year, is you know, really pushed Aaron Smith for that starting spot, and well warranted, because I just think he influences the rugby game so much. A very clever player, and you know, he always seems to be that guy that makes a tackle, try to make that try-saving tackle on the line or over the line, and he's always there. So yeah, clever guy, influences the game a lot, and definitely somebody New Zealand would want at the World Cup, you know, making those try-saving tackles in those big moments. Aaron Smith, 2 years ago, everybody would say best scrum half in the world. Now, probably arguable. Still world class though, you know what you've got in him. I just think he should, yeah, just get that ball moving, don't linger at the ruck, you know, just speed. 2 fly-offs, Bowden Barrett, Richie Mwanga. I mean, this is a debate, you know. For me it's strange. Okay, of course, he's played really well this year, last year as well in Super Rugby, Richie Mwanga I'm talking about. But this year they've kind of decided to do the experiment to move Barrett to the fullback position and keep Mwanga at 10, because I think a lot of New Zealanders felt that Mwanga deserves his chance at 10. My standpoint on this matter, is that I think Bowden Barrett is the best player in his position, and just because another guy is just as good as him, maybe, doesn't mean you change the best player, World Rugby Player of the Year 2 times, I think. And if I was the coach, I'm not, just my opinion, I would have left Barrett there. I could really go on with this topic because, excuse me, I thought they should have tried maybe a David Avili from the Crusaders on fullback, keep him there, and then, you know, give him Ben Smith more of a rest, I'd say, and try and condition him maybe slightly. I don't know if you can get faster at this age or so, but yeah, especially you see his pace lacking on the wing, and when he plays wing, for me, if you have to compare him to the other wings in international rugby currently, the top class wingers in international rugby, I would say, you know, he's just lacking slightly. He's not on the same level. Again, my thoughts as well. So Beauden Barrett, Richie Mo'unga, see how they go. We'll see what they play at the World Cup. But both of them, you know, world class. Beauden Barrett, absolute musician, great player, great. And Richie Mo'unga also great. I think where Richie Mo'unga, reason being maybe they would continue this experiment is because of his goal kicking. And I think we all know Beauden Barrett, you know, he's a class act, but on the day he can sometimes surprise you with a few wayward kicks that you'd think he'd land. Whereas Mo'unga, I think, is a bit more of a secure and solid option. And as we all know in the World Cup, where it's quite low scoring games and it can come down to a penalty, drop goal or so, I think Mo'unga maybe handles the pressure better or kicks better in that moment. I don't know. Okay. Centres. For me, New Zealand is very blessed with their centres. The fact that if we look at this sheet, Laimapi has not made the team. Many people would be very surprised. I think a lot of people are very surprised with the fact. Okay, that's a discussion on its own. Then we look here, Ryan Crotty for me, just the best, for me the best number 12 in the world. Even though he's been injured a bit this year, what he's done this year alone warrants enough for me to state that for me he's the best number 12 in the world. And I rate him. His defense is, you can see when he's not playing, the Crusaders defense is not the same, not as effective. And I think, yes, his organizational skills in defense is amazing. And also a good attacking player. He's not scared to take the ball to the gain line. Also, 85-90% of the time gives you front football. Doesn't get dominated quite often. Yeah, great player. Really rate Ryan Crotty. Then we've got ALB, Anton Leonard Brown from the Chiefs. ALB class act, you know, runs good lines. Sometimes I watched this other show the other day from New Zealand Rugby, I think, and they said there that, you know, he's a bit unorthodox, and so people don't always expect the runs he's running or anticipating the line he's running. So he gets through a lot. Definitely knows where the try line is. Also very rated. Mr. Sonny Bill Williams, Sonny, maybe could, if you have to look at him and Laimapi, then you'd probably say that Sonny Bill comes through on the experience. Other than that, I can't see on which grounds, if it's form or recent form, then if he compared to Laimapi, then it must definitely be the experience factor, because he's not really the greatest shape. But we know Sonny Bill, BMT in abundance, big match temperament, so I'm sure Sonny will bring it when required. Jack Goodhue, Mr. Mullet. Sorry Jack, maybe I'll meet you one day and you won't be happy if I made fun of your mullet. So I'll let you guys form your own opinion. But Jack Goodhue, class act, strong ball carrier, been playing really good rugby for the Crusaders, and it's been good for whatever he's been doing for New Zealand. And class act, Jack Goodhue, well done mate. Wings, we've got George Bridge from the Crusaders. George Bridge, excellent Super Rugby form as well, and it just looks like there's nothing on, but he will just he'll go score. Next thing you know, George Bridges scored. You know, if you bring, he's just such a good finisher. If you bring him into the 22, it's almost guaranteed that it's try time. So I definitely know why they took him. Game breaker, definite game breaker. Rico Ioane. Rico will, through his own admission, probably say that he hasn't been in the greatest form this year so far. But we also know big match temperament in abundance, and I'm sure Rico will bring it when required most. Mr. Sevu Rees, well, Sevu Rees, wonder story, you could say, given the trouble that he faced a year ago with this and that, being out of contract. Then he comes back, Super Rugby, top try scorer, selected for the All Blacks, and I think he's already scored a couple of tries there. So he's just on an upward curve. He just seems to be still going up, so we see where he's going. So well done to Sevu Rees as well. Fullback, and I've marked it fullback / utility because both of them, Jordie Barrett and Ben Smith, both of them are kind of the utility players in the squad here, in the backs if you look at it. Ben Smith, more your specialist fullback, always covers the wing, like I said earlier. For me, not on the same level currently as the other world-class wingers out there, international wingers. Mr. Jordie Barrett, great player, game breaker, very versatile, you know, also just absolute star. Sometimes, I don't know, you don't see it often, but yeah, now and then it's, for me, when it's on, it's on. But when he's not having a good game, he's not having a good game. So it's either going great or not that great. But yeah, so, okay, for me, just the only two that stands out really is Franks in the forwards, and then in the backs, like Marpi. Okay, but other than that, it's a really competitive squad. The All Blacks will surely leave it all out there and not die wondering. And these guys that they've selected, I'm sure, will do the job. So, yeah, tell me what you guys think. At the end of the day, this is Frankie Talks Rugby, but I don't want to talk alone. I want to talk to everybody out there. If you're in Argentina, in New Zealand, in England, in France, every rugby playing nation on this planet. And if you guys are not playing rugby yet, you know, join the bus. It's a great sport, great people, and just the absolute winner of a game. So with the World Cup coming up now, get behind your teams, stay with us, stay with me here for more information, for more chatting, and yeah, I really want your guys' feedback. You know, if you send me feedback, we can make some sort of open discussions. You can comment, and we can do something. This is just the start, so it's going to change, and we're going to work with each other. So yeah, but start now by commenting and tell me what your thoughts is on the squad. What do you think? Yeah, that's it, guys. And then just to all New Zealanders, All Blacks fans out there, guys, good luck at the World Cup. You're a great rugby playing nation, huge respect for you. And yeah, here from Frankie Talks, we just want to say all the best. And I'm a Springbok fan myself, being South African, and I'm trying to really be unbiased here on this channel. So I'm not going to hammer on about it, but I'm sure we meet you guys in the first game of the World Cup, and it's going to be all out. But for me, it's the stuff of dreams, and I see you guys there. Make your nation proud. I know you guys will, and yeah, all the best, guys. Full time.